welcome back to Dad and Diesel. And today we're going to try something different and pray it doesn't get blocked. We're going to react to 60 Days In, and the one we're reacting to is the Broomstick Shank Fight. That show's on the network A&E, and usually networks are pretty strict on their stuff being used. I know several reactors that did live PD or cops, and they had issues with their shows getting copyright strikes or anything. So if you see a smaller screen at the bottom and it has some type of distortion to it or cover over it, it's because that's most likely to get it through, and so you can watch it. So if you've never been here, this is Dad and Diesel. I'm Dad, Diesel's my son, and we run this channel together. We also have incorporated my fiance and her kids into the channel. We started this channel before we met them. I have been in law enforcement and corrections for over 24 years. I've worked counties, I've worked city, federal, state, private, and I've worked with women, men, immigration. I've come a long way in my career. When I first started, I was one of those dickhead officers, dirty, filthy inmates. They don't have nothing coming. They're a bunch of criminals. But as I've learned over the years, they are mothers and fathers and brothers and sisters, and they are people. A lot of them just made a bad decision and just need some help getting back on the right track. There are some pretty horrible people in prison. There's pretty people you'd never dream about in your worst nightmares in there. However, majority of them are people who have the potential to be some fine, law-abiding, productive citizens, and sometimes prison pushes them the other way because their family gave up on them, the officers that gave up on them, the system gave up on them, the other inmates that gave up on them. So they've lost all hope, so they turn to the bad stuff. And in some, they're just doing so much time, you have to fit in to survive, and sometimes that includes doing some bad stuff. The short timers, they can probably get away with it and not get involved with the bad stuff and get out of there clean. No tattoos, no gang involvement, no drugs, stuff like that. But the longer you stay in, the more likely you're going to become involved in the prison game. And it sucks. It sucks for those who have potential. But alright, so I'm going to react to the 60 Days In. I've seen some episodes of this show. Oh, hold on, my phone is typing everything I'm saying. There, I got it turned off. I've seen some episodes of this show, and I've never really watched more than 3 or 4 episodes. Most of these, I think all of these take part in a county jail. County jails are horrible, usually. Not always. Not all county jails. There are some well-maintained, built facilities. I once worked at the Collin County Sheriff's Office, and that's probably one of the best facilities I've seen for a county jail. It was set up great, and I wish I never left there. It was a good place to work. I left on my own terms and never went back. Most county jails are horrible. They're short-staffed. They're designed wrong. The inmates don't get much rec. They don't get much out of cell time. They don't have much to occupy their time other than living in a tiny space together. And that gets old after a while. But we're going to react to this. This is it looks like a county jail. It looks like they're out in the day room because there's tables. I can see some bathrooms or showers over to our upper right, and it looks like maybe rooms to our left. Oh yeah, don't forget to watch the entire video, subscribe, like, comment, hit that notification bell. Thank you.
Nick doesn't ask, but I can tell that he's hungry. I was like, from this moment on, I'm gonna make sure you eat. It's all about the way.
Alright, so that's bad for Nick. That really, it's good but bad.
I'm gonna make sure you eat. It's all about the way you carry yourself and who you feed. and you can get whatever you want.
So it looks like they're going around cleaning. Alright, so we look at this cell, and it's a 2, 4, 6, 8-man cell. It doesn't look like they have toilets in their rooms. I didn't tell. They don't have doors. So this would be what's called a modular or podular indirect, I think is what they would call that. Because it's open and you can't see. There's no doors. So I don't know if there's an officer inside, so it's not direct. So it's indirect because they're on the outside. So they're going to crush something up, probably drugs or something maybe. Or are they talking about going down and assaulting somebody? And he's putting up a curtain on his bunk for privacy, keep out the light, stuff like that. They're not supposed to do it, but if you get a facility where nobody's enforcing the rules, it happens.
Another inmate tells me there was a shank in the dorm.
Alright, so when he said let's crush this, he meant assault. And it seems like he's got a broomstick, a shank. Most shanks are plastic or metal, and they're probably about that long and sharpened on one end. You can make them out of toothbrushes and razors or parts of chain link fencing with cloth wrapped around it, and sometimes they'll tie a string and then put it around your wrist so if it falls, it bloody after you stab a while, so it gets slippery.
Another inmate tells me there was a shank in the dorm. And I go and I tell Nick, like, yo, word is getting around that there's a shank in the dorm. You know, just giving you a heads up. I kind of pushed.
Did he just tell that guy to go get the shank off that guy? Did he just set him up for failure? Go up there and get that off him. I thought he was trying to help the kid.
I kind of pushed Nick to handle it. He was like, okay, because I feed him.
Where's it at? You folks somebody trying to hurt you for it, bro. Let me get it.
Because if they try to put me on the nose, the only way I'm gonna defend myself.
But unfortunately, that didn't work. So I have to take care of it now. So I go up.
Alright, so they're omitting parts of the conversation. So apparently he's already been threatened. That's why he has a shank. And he went up there under the premise that all the others are saying they're going to come take it from him. So let me have it, and then your beef is done. You don't have to worry about it. But no, he knows if he gives up that shank, they're definitely going to come up there.
Damn.
Dumbass showed him a wooden shank he made.
Who's that broomstick? Give me that broomstick. You go stupid. Give me the broomstick, bro. Give me the broomstick. Give me that. You dumb, bro. I just told you. Give me. Nah, chill. Get up. Stop. Get up. Stop.
The moment I see that shank, half the size of my arm.
You can see it right there. Had cloth around the front, and that's protruding out through the back there. He's actually putting himself in a lot of danger. For one, getting caught with it. Man, he could get thrown in a hole and get more time. If he could get something sent to his parole officer saying he had a weapon. Another inmate could think he's bringing it to stab him and goes and gets his and stabs. I mean, this could end bad. It could end good. We'll see.
I take it. It looked like a damn sword, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer type.
Oh.
Brung it downstairs, broke it up in my room, threw it in the garbage.
Now he just broke it up to a bunch of shanks.
Brought it downstairs, broke it up in my room, threw it in the garbage. So I'm happy I got that out. I got that out the door.
Surprise!
I don't know, but
Yeah, do it with Dave.
now somebody came to me and said, hey, Carlos, he has a second one that I didn't know about.
You got another one? Get out of here. Get up, come in. What's up? You got another one? You got another one? Get out of here right now. You got another one? Why people saying you pulled out? There's just certain things you come with.
He's gonna be lucky if he don't pull it out and shank him.
Why people saying you pulled out? There's just certain things you come with. That right there, jeopardize everybody. Understand it? You understand that? That's something you don't do.
Hold on. What?
Sorry, I didn't realize you were making a video. There's like 8 children outside.
Yes, there's a bunch of kids outside in the pool.
Why?
Apparently, Pee Wee planned a pool party without us knowing. There's also a parent or two out there.
Oh, Lord.
The joys of kids.
Is that what Mom's doing?
Huh?
Is that what Mom's doing?
Talking to her, yeah.
I don't care what you say, you're gonna grab that bed and you're out of here, bro. And if you don't want to get out of here, you're gonna have to get spayed. You're gonna grab that bed and you're out of here, bro.
I think he said grab his mat and you're out of here. I think they're telling him to what's called check in, where they go and they say, hey, I can't be in here no more. You got to move me or put me in the hole, or I want a PC or something. Or they go down and do something stupid so they can get locked up.
And if you don't want to get out of here, you're gonna have to catch the fade. You're gonna catch the fade for me. That's on 100. That's on my kids, bro. You know me?
I told him, you're gonna have to catch a fade with me. That means you're gonna have to fight me.
I'm telling you, bro.
Did you bring a gun to a knife fight? These guns?
If you got another one, get that out of here right now. There's a little one too. Where's the little one? Got the big man. Big one.
So most of the time when a guy gets a shank made, it's because he's already been threatened or he knows something's going to happen based off like his charges or his history, or he owes debt. Usually it's off your charges or debt. Or a rivalry from another game.
Might be hot. Okay. Bro, where you going, bro?
He's gonna go out there and tell them, then we're gonna get shoot down. We really need to handle it ourselves.
I need him in the room, bro. He's got to have one on.
He's gonna go out there and tell them, then we're gonna get shoot down.
Respectfully, Mayor, what do you feel?
Get out of here. Yeah, when they're all coming together, you don't have a chance. They're all coming together. They all want him out. Look at the old man over there on your left. He just kind of go, what's going on?
Life is like a game of chess. I think before I move. I got pawns. I move my pawns before I'm gonna move the king. Nick already knew, like, he had to do what he had to do.
He's going to take his mat down there and go, you're getting out of here.
When you're oppressing people, when you're hurting those who I with that I call my family, you're hurting me. I will not be oppressed. You know, I don't want to fight, but I will.
If you stay here, you're gonna get your ass beat.
I said, you're gonna hit the door. That means you're gonna get out. We're gonna pack you up and you're leaving. He didn't want to leave. He was like, Future, I'll catch the fade with you, I'll fight you, but I'm not leaving.
No, I'm not going on the door, bro. I'm not going.
Little does he know that I have enough respect in the dorm that once anybody hears that, they're gonna step up and take the fade for me. Nick took it upon himself to step in on his own.
That's where the benefit of him feeding that fella would come in. But it's bad for the other fella, like I said.
Nick took it upon himself to step in on his own free will.
Oh, he's pulling it out. I could see a staff member in the hallway just saw it. Well, they're kind of snitching, aren't they? He's got a weapon, he's got a weapon, but they know that if he pulls that out, one of them's getting stabbed.
It is he.
Of course, now they're probably going to shake the place down. And they gotta lock up all the perpetrators, especially until they figure out what's going on. Especially you got one guy saying it's not mine, the other 2 or 3 guys it's not, it's his. So they don't know who's telling them the truth. Most likely they have a gut feeling the majority is telling the truth, but they got to figure it all out and make sure nobody's a danger. And you still got to be punished for fighting, even though you had a good reason.
I feel bad, but I try to tell him, life is like a game of chess. Think before you move.
Okay, you can talk.
Now I gotta see if I can get Nick back, because that's my boy.
Alright, so, yeah, that could have ended really bad. I have seen so many people stabbed. Saw a guy killed right in front of me, nothing I could do. So it can turn really quick. And to actually see them all grouped together, that's uncommon for a whole wing like that to stick together. Usually there's 5 or 6 here and 8 or 9 over here, and then you got the quiet guys that are just like that old man who was hanging out in his cell. What's going on? So that ended well. Alright, we'll probably do some more of this. We'll see how well this goes, if it gets blocked, or if you guys really hate it, or if you like it. We'll do some more of these, and I'll try to break down some other stuff for you and explain things. It's a pretty complicated world in there. That's why not a lot of people do the job, and they go through a lot of officers, because it's not a job for everyone. Alright, so hit that like button, subscribe, notification bell, and check us out again, man. Come on.